Hello friends, welcome to my channel. It's a girl Mercy. If you're a return subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel because the information being shared in this channel will help you and also help people that get to know it, get to see it. Now today I'm going to talk about how to investigate a vendor's title. In this channel, generally, I talk about law practice, I talk about tips for excellent practice, I talk about law, I teach law, I talk about all the pertains to legal process, the life of a lawyer, excellent practice, and the likes. So, in investigating a vendor's title, it's very important when you want to acquire a landed property, any property, land, building, all the pertains to property transaction. Now, you don't just go in to pay for a property that you do not know the root of title, you do not know whether the vendor is even in a position to sell. Now, to ascertain a vendor's title, to investigate it, you have to conduct search. There are other ways, but the first thing you have to do is to conduct a search. Now, in conducting a search, you can do that at the land registry, you can do that at the Corporate Affairs Commission, that's CAC, if the vendor is a company. You can also do that at the Surveyor General's office with respect to the survey, where you have to check the survey, to really, know that location of this property, to know whether what the survey plan you have corresponds with what is at the Surveyor General's office. Now, in conducting a search, you can do that through a lawyer, or you can do that yourself, or you can do that through an agent. You walk into land registry in your state. You can apply depending on what's obtainable over there, or you can just pay for the requisite fees and you'll be given access to the file. Now, when you are given access to the file, or there's a manual search, there's also e-search, wherein everything has been inserted into the computer, so you just open up and see all that pertains to that file. Now when you're looking at it, you have to check whether the name of the vendor corresponds with what is in the file. You have to look at the root of title, the predecessors in title. Look at if there's any break in the chain of devolution. Very important. You have to look at the description of the property, the location, look at the signatures of those involved, this vendor, whether it tallies with what you have. Before you even go for search, they would have given you a copy of their title document or whatever they are using to sell, a copy for you now do your search. Now, you have to also check whether there's any encumbrance on the property. Is there any undischarged mortgage, a charge, restricted covenant? These are things you look out for. You also look at the size of the property as against what you were being told. You look at whether the documents have been registered, is it consented, and all, is it stamped, duly stamped. Very important. Now, when you're done with your search, if it's to be conducted by a lawyer, a search report will be done for you. But if you do it yourself, you'll be able to, based on what you've seen, to know whether you will go on or you will not go, even whether the property is within government acquisition or outside. All that pertains to that land will be shown to you as per what is in the system or what is in the file. Now, you also see if that property has any court issue on it, if there's any pending case, it can be stated there, or if the property was gotten through litigation, it will also be stated there. Now, when you're done with the search and you're satisfied, then you can proceed. Now, aside search, there are also other ways by which you can investigate the vendor's title. I'll talk about that in my other videos. Now, if the vendor is a company, just like I said earlier, you have to visit the Corporate Affairs Commission to check the directors. If the vendor is one of the directors, does he have a power of attorney to sell on behalf of others or for the company? You have to look at if the company has it filed for one or not. Sometimes if there is an issue like that, it will be reviewed through your search at the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, also you have to look at I said earlier, you have to check the Surveyor General's office for the survey, where it will be charted to really know whether this land in particular the survey that was given to you reflects what is in their office. Buying property is not something, it's not a child's play. You must be diligent, you must take your time, you must be satisfied that we are not buying problem. You're not buying litigation, you're not buying something to know that will end in court. So when you're convinced with your search, then you can proceed with your lawyer to for other things. Now, do not buy a property without involving a lawyer. Very important. Do not buy a property without involving a lawyer. Very important. So today we've talked about one of the ways to investigate a vendor's title, which is by conducting search. There are other ways. So in my other videos, I'm going to talk about the other ways to also investigate the vendor's title. Please keep watching this channel. I appreciate you. I know that you're being informed. I know you're being educated on selling issues we talk about in this channel. So thank you. Please keep watching, share it, tell your friends about this channel, because I know that the information I've been shared here will be of value to you. Thank you very much.